So we are live broadcasting, waiting for Dan Brown's book to be delivered. I can see when the USB truck arrived from here. I think it's about to arrive. So I'm here waiting. While I wait, I'm drinking my coffee. It's not going to be delivered here, maybe over there, so I have to run after it. I'm supposed to read this one. I was supposed to read before Dan Brown's book. However, I didn't. So I'm going to read a little to wait. It's the beginning of the other. How old do you think Miss de Groot really is? Start with the question. 60, if she's a day. Wouldn't you say? She's been around here as long as I can remember. Quite a stretch. Read like looking. If you calculate it, and I know she goes back a good many years before that, which should give you an idea of how old that spot on the ceiling must be, because she says it's been there as long as she can remember. Miss de Groot, see it? That damn blotch up there in the plaster? It's from seepage. The rain drips in through the roof, see? Only they won't fix it. I've been after them for years, but you can't get them to lift a finger around here. Mr. Groot always says they're going to, but they never do. Mr. Groot says that to her, the blotch, it's a water stain, really. Has the outlines of a country, someplace on the map. I can't remember which, but some particular geographical location she's got in mind. She has a good imagination, don't you think? Maybe it's an island. Tasmania, perhaps? Or Zanzibar? Madagascar? I can't remember, really. I heard recently they changed the name of Madagascar. Can that be true? I wonder. I must ask her, Mr. Groot, that is. Hard to picture a world without a Madagascar, isn't it? Well, that's no large matter. This is what we probably going to do reading Dan Brown. Right? I'll always stop to think about our image, the recurring images. Prefer to see in terms of images, right? Because with the image, you have a meaning attached, and the image itself is there. You can actually see. It's not an interpretation. As I'm not trying to think what the author meant by this. Right? I assume by the image that he meant that. Let's see. Mr. Groot. Here, this whole chapter, we always say that's the stare. Something. I learned this from another person. The phrase, two eyes looking through. Because there's the idea of eyes, and there's the idea of looking through. There's always reference to time, because that's a pervasive, right? Theme. Time is everywhere. So you can't say they are intrinsically connected, but time is not there because of the stare, right? I would say that they can be separate, each time and the stare, not just the image of two eyes. They each have their own images, their own expression. We which may now and then overlap, because there's a reason for that. Don't have to. Let's just say Mr. Groot. I don't know. I see her name has 2 double O's, as you can see. Right? Mr. Groot. The first sentence said, how old do you think Mr. Groot really is? That's a question. A question, for example, it's a pattern of the stare. Right? The same way you see double O's, you see question mark. Correct? Like you have the ST. I don't know if that's a common cluster, right? That's very, I should check, but I'm not. I'm pretty sure that this pattern has, doesn't have to do with the frequency of the cluster, the ST cluster in the English language, right? It's like I'm saying here, start with a question, you can see double O's, how old, 2 O's. Do you think, 2 O's. Mr. Groot is, so in the word the Groot, right? 2 O's again, double O's. And then he talks about what is the looking through. He talks about a seepage, a blotch, blotch in the ceiling. Things that we can think, right? There's been, and in this, I'm actually interpreting. The roof, right? The ceiling is supposed to be just a surface, right? Usually homogeneous, one color, just that. However, there's a blotch, right? It's like there's a seepage, so something is going through, correct? The idea that Mr. Groot, for example, she's been there since, as the narrator remember, means that she always existed. That's what I'm thinking. It's not that she is immortal, she's a vampire. No, it's an image, the idea, just an idea, that everything that there is always was. Because there was nothing before, and there's only, it's the idea of the now, the present. Everything is there, right? It was always there. Like the seepage is there, the blotch is there. Since the time of Mr. Groot. Right? So they don't even know their age. That's what I'm thinking. And also he, obviously, because it's a blotch, it's just a stain. There's the idea of interpreting that stain. Like you look at the stain, you see things. So the pareidolia. So they use that image. And he's trying to compare. He compares to a map. Look at this. Start comparing with like the world. And then he goes, it's just an island. You understand? That's, I confirm the ideas. Like as he's talking about these, about the world, about an island, I think he's talking again, it's like about Mr. Groot and the blotch. It's all there, and it's always been, right? And somehow it's related to his comparisons to the world. It was always there. You say, how do you imagine a world without Madagascar? Like, as if Madagascar will always be and has always been. Read the next. Till Dan Brown arrives. The mark on the ceiling grows bigger and darker year by year. Big ripply rust-colored stain. Like the other stain, that one over his bed. Odd. How I recall that, isn't it? You never saw it, probably, but, well, confidentially, this one in this room reminds me of that one in that room. Now, imagine, I don't know why I said imagine. So I'm seeing he's comparing these 2 blotches. There's one here, there's one in another room. Since I'm exploring more the together, right, I start to see where there's the together, you can see Mr. Groot, right, there's a blotch on the ceiling. So it's like they belong to the same thing. They're together in a way, right? That's what I think. And now he's comparing 1, blotch with the stain in another room. Like, in a way, they're connected. Let me see how you see. This one in this room reminds me of that one in that room. See. Only to me it doesn't look like any place on a map, as Mr. Groot suggests. To me, it seems to be, you think I'm crazy, but to me resembles a face. So it is very common if you have like a pareidolia, you evoke that image everyone can see, very commonly in stains, and like a face, a very familiar image. And so she thinks a whole world, Mr. Groot, she thinks it's a whole world. And he just thinks it's a face. I have an explanation, but I don't have to every time. Let's continue reading. Yes, actually, a face. See the eyes there? You see what the stare is? This is the stare. It's like when you start talking about pareidolias, the image of eyes. And then there's always the word there, right? There's always like formations of S and T. So see, I already made a little video about this. See the eyes there. Another thing that is very common is to see associations of the stare with the number 3, right? And this is right here. See, I already made a video. This is the one. See the eyes there. Number 3. So 3, stare, right? It's very easy to observe those. This whole paragraph here, beginning to end, you find, if you count, you find equal number of double O's. You don't have an odd number. You don't have, right? But still, to me, it's all hypothesis. I don't know anyone who actually explain that or who associate or explain the origin, right, of these patterns. Right? You can't just, I heard people saying everything, you can't just put everything down to one concept, I would say. Because if you want to evoke or to claim duality, duality is basically in everything you look, you can also apply duality concept. Right? So it doesn't really explain anything or it would limit any pattern. Right? If it's applied to everything, you really don't have a pattern. You have an everything that you can use the concept. It's really old story, this. Here. See the eyes there? This is not the end of the paragraph. Those 2 dark round spaces. And then the nose just below. And there's the mouth. There. See how it curls slightly at the corners? So all these images are important. Like the image of a face, you have the eyes are important, so they generate a lot of images, right? And they're always together. But also, I don't know about the nose, right? But the mouth itself is a very important, so it needs to be talked about. Right? He needs to say the word eyes, he needs to say the word mouth. The nose probably, you have to say the word nose, you have to say the word face. All these are there. Unseasonably, no. There's the mouth there. See how it curls slightly at the corners? Rather benign, it seems to me. I am reminded of, never mind, you will think I'm crazy. It's the author, the narrator. Unseasonably dry this year. No rain in months now, so the blotch hasn't spread much lately. I can't really hear it. I sure the is captured by the phone. I think I'm crazy. Unseasonably dry this year, no rain in months now, so the blotch hasn't spread much lately. But it will, I suppose. It's inevitable. Death, taxes, and that damn stain. Here is already, I think, I don't know, right? That's my supposition. Beginning of the story, you better put all your templates there. Right? If that's a rule of writing, or if it's just coincidentally you will inevitably use the image. Since I always say the conceptual, the part of the human experience, they all will be expressed. The same thing like if you're going to write a story, usually as a story, as a standard of narrative, and no one set this standard, right? It can probably be observed in classic literature, anything that is written, any art, right? You observe because it always been. These are the image that will always be there. I don't have to explain, but let's read. So death, right? The idea of finality it's an image. You can have images of death. You can express death in several ways, right? That turns into an image. But death itself is a concept, the end. Right? Everything has an end, so that's an end. Human life has an end, so you can see the only thing that seems to be eternal, right, is the world. It's to be forever. You're born, the world is there. You go, it apparently stays the same. If they finish for you, but it stays, right? Regardless. So he's evoking that idea. Yeah, that's important. And then he associates with the death. With the blotch, because the blotch on the scene is gonna grow, and apparently, if no one repairs, it's gonna swallow the whole thing. Right? The house is gonna deteriorate. So that's the end. I guess if it were up to Mr. Groot, they'd probably do something about it. But Mr. Groot, I've decided, doesn't wield a great deal of influence around here. What's more watermark on the ceiling to them? What's one more watermark on the ceiling to them? For the likes of me. The dislikes of me, I should possibly say. I do dislike this place. Why? Asked Mrs. the Groot. She could tell you. Funny, cherry, hopeless Miss the Groot. How old must she be? I don't even know her first name. Is it Hilda? Olga? Immediately to me, right? I'm saying Mr. Groot. She always been there. Hey, here comes UPS. And how old is interested in her age? Why? Because she was always there. I think he's questioned the nature of reality itself. I don't even know her name. He doesn't even know her name. Just Miss the Groot. Her surname, I guess. Hilda, Olga. Those names, Hilda and Olga. Hilda? I think Hilda and Olga. I think they are German names, right? Common names. So I assume she's this alien character. She's associated with the time that he's been there. She's associated with the blotch on the ceiling. Now, since it arrived, I'm going to put my glass in gold just to register this moment. I'll take that. Let's see. Ah! Come back. Let me see. Hey. My goodness. Grass need cut. Hey.
Are you live streaming?
Yes.
Huh?
I'm gonna get Dan Brown's book. The new. Do you wanna be in my live stream too? No.
Me?
Yes.
I haven't now.
Just say no. So do you wanna be there?
Just because I just...
Don't worry. I'm going to collect, I don't know, receive the new Dan Brown's book. Do you know that? Do you know Dan Brown? Remember
Oh, she
Da Vinci
reads
Code? Da Vinci
them.
Code.
They're like that.
Huh?
They're like that.
Yes, a little. Anyways, I thought you knew. He's releasing a book today, and that's...
No, I don't really pay attention to it.
Really?
I don't read.
He's famous.
I know, I've read them, but
Yeah.
I haven't read some.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited about that.
I'm working on junk.
Good work
I have a
there.
car with a transmission we gotta take out. We need to get that removed and fix that. You got another car, it's coming tomorrow.
Okay. Nice talking to you.
Yeah,
He probably knows Dan Brown, but my accent, I don't think they're very used to it. Correct? So sometimes when you start talking to a person, I talk to him, we know him, it's our neighbor, correct? But not very often. That's why I knew I'll be more quiet, because... Let me see. I should have... I was reading the other and live streaming as I waited.
No, I'll have to go back.
Oh,
I have one for 979, 940. I don't have anything. Okay.
no way.
Good. Come into the office. Okay, you too. Come into my office.
Okay.
Oh, where's your hat? She said.
Hi there. How you doing? Excuse me, I'm invading trees. Excuse me. Not yet. I'm live streaming too because I want to register this moment. Hi, Robert. So you're gonna check there. Ooh. Excuse me. I should have add effects using hand gestures. What's this? Hand gestures. Turn on reactions to express yourself with a hand gesture during a video call. What is that?
It shipped, but it's not showing out for delivery.
Oh,
I bet you we won't get it till tomorrow.
no.
This
So
is ridiculous.
excited. It's okay. It's okay.
Yesterday it arrived in Philly.
Philly. Oh, we could have
It
got it
has
from
a-
Philly yesterday.
And at the UPS in Philly, and it hasn't left there. I predict tomorrow. That's
Tomorrow. It's okay. We survived like years and years. I'm going.
I just want to say this is the worst news of the day.
No, I have to go to work. I'm sorry. I apologize for it.
That's okay, but that's a bummer for us.
Tomorrow.
Well, we'll finish RuPaul tonight.
Yeah. And I started the other again for the
We'll have to start
main
that
time.
book.
So that's the end of the audio. I said the audio of the video.
Now we have to add 24 hours to our countdown.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm not frustrated.